Hospitals in Ontario about mid-March paused their elective and non-urgent surgeries and procedures in order to make sure that we had adequate personal protective equipment, staff, bed capacity, etc., available in case there was a surge in COVID activity, as we were anticipating back in March. Last week, the government allowed us to proceed with a measured, staggered approach to resuming surgical procedures and other procedures in the hospital. So we're starting with surgery right now. But I should say that over the first 12 weeks of the pandemic, we did do emergent and urgent surgeries here at the hospital, and we did about 260 procedures over that period of time. So our measured approach is to start with about 60% of the capacity that we were doing pre-COVID, and we're going to test that out for a period of time to make sure that all our processes are safe. We're keeping physical distancing, we're having adequate PPE. There's a number of criteria that the ministry is requiring in order for hospitals to proceed, and that is an adequate supply of personal protective equipment, medications that are used for surgery like propofol, those types of things. So we do have to report on that on a weekly basis. Well, I think they've just been fabulous. They've been extraordinary. I mean, every one of them, not just our doctors and our nurses, but all hospital staff, are heroes, in my opinion. A lot of fear, particularly at the beginning, a lot of planning that needed to take place, and the entire team has come together. I'm exceptionally proud of them. I mean, specifically related to surgery, we're at about a 60% operating volume right now, and we're hoping that by the end of July, if everything goes well, that we should be back up to about 100%.
Great. Okay.
Now, we do have anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 procedures that need to be scheduled that we weren't able to get to during the pandemic that's occurred up to now. So we have not resumed other services as yet. We're still planning that. So I think it's going to take some time to be able to do this in a measured way to ensure that we are complying with all the criteria that need to be out there to keep people safe, like physical distancing, and of course available PPE. I don't believe we'll ever get back to what the normal was like before. It's going to be a new normal, and I think the public should be prepared for things to be looking quite different when they come into the hospital. I would think as long as the virus is out there and there isn't a solution to that, we will continue to do what we think is safe, and that would include wearing masks, the physical distancing, washing your hands frequently, and staying home if you're unwell.